What's going on, everybody? We are live, BoogiePod episode 45 on a great Monday afternoon. Jay, did you have a good week?
Pretty good. Pretty
good. Good football games. Pretty good for you because big Cowboys got a big dub against the Bengals. We'll talk about that later. And, let's get right into it. We're going to start off with college football. We're going to go in, stock up, stock down teams. I'll do... Oh, my phone's turned up. Hold up. Okay. All right. So, do I want to do the stock? You want to do the stock ups, or you want to do the stock downs first? What do you want to start off with? I'll let you pick. I picked last time.
Let's do stock ups first.
Okay. Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go.
Okay. All right. So my stock up teams. I have quite a bit, but I'm gonna leave some off the table for you because last time we did this, one person said them all, and the other person disagreed. So I'm gonna say like one or two, and then I'm gonna let you take the rest. Okay. I'm gonna go out a little like away, maybe not teams you would necessarily expect me to say. But first team I'm going to say stock up is I'm going to say Texas. All right, this was an interesting pick, I know. But a lot of people were thinking, hey man, backup quarterback, UTSA is good. This is where Texas usually has a letdown. They won by 20 points. Really impressive by Hudson Carr. Really impressive by Texas. Those are one of my teams. I'll give you another one. This one might be a little obvious. I'm not 100% sure. It depends how you value the win. But I'm going Oklahoma. Make a statement at Nebraska. That is a trap game if I've ever seen one for Oklahoma. Them to go into Nebraska, interim coach. Nebraska has all the talents at Nebraska. It's a trap game, and they answered, man. They blew them out early. Blew them out. It was absolutely awful. And so I give some praise to Oklahoma. Go ahead.
Okay, I got two. One kind of out of left field is Syracuse.
Okay.
They're 3-0.
Yeah.
Beating Purdue. A crazy win.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't see Syracuse being 3-0.
That's true.
I don't think. I'm not a big Syracuse guy, but
no, they're
pretty
not.
Good for them. And the biggest one of the week is Washington.
100%.
They have shot up. Their quarterback is a stud. He's very good.
Yeah.
And they could be sleepers this year. They're a sleeper team.
Yeah, I'm going to throw in some others, too, that we haven't mentioned yet. And one's Penn State. Walking down to Auburn, only 3-point favorites, absolutely blew them out. That was a very impressive win. And another team I got is Oregon. Everyone writ them off, said, hey, done with Oregon, right? I know it's against BYU's backup wide receivers, but Baylor couldn't do it. Oregon could. So I give Oregon a little credit there, hold their hat on. So let's go stock downs, Jake. I'll let you start this one.
I got two come to mind. Florida. I know they were already coming off a loss, but South Florida almost beat them. At the Swamp.
Yep.
That's rough.
That's rough.
I don't know if they're kind of in-state rivals. I don't know if South Florida's like. I wouldn't say they're rivals.
I wouldn't say they're rivals, but they are in-state. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty bad. And then South Florida literally pooped on themselves and choked the game away. They had the tying field goal right there, and they just ruined it. Whatever. And I also have Arkansas.
Yeah.
Who's that? Missouri State.
Missouri State. Yeah.
Yeah. Rough. Arkansas, they might be a little fraudulent.
Yeah, I also have Arkansas, but I'm going to go with a different... I'm going to go kind of what you fed off about Washington earlier. I'm going to go Michigan State. A lot of people have this team in their top 10. Top 15. Like, come on. Mel Tucker's most overrated coach in all of college football, and he will stay that way. And Michigan State continues to prove me right. So, let's go on. We got a little headline here. So, Edwards, Arizona State's coach, is out. They're done with him. And where to move for Arizona State? I think Nebraska is going to land a bigger name. So you go a little under the radar. Maybe you go get Liberty's head coach. Maybe you go get another Group of 5 school that's pretty good. Hey, how about you offer Gus Miles a job? Coach at UFC now. Or UCF. Offer him a job. Maybe he'll take it. I don't know if Arizona State's necessarily better than... They are Power 5, and UCF, there we go, is not. So maybe you offer him a job. I don't know. There's some other options there, but I thought it was definitely something to talk about, as anytime a coach gets fired, it's a big deal for that program. So, Arizona State, you got any thoughts about this?
It's about time.
Yeah.
It's been about time for 2 or 3 years since it happened. So.
Yeah, I hate it for Jaden Daniels. I hate to play quarterback for that coach, but oh well.
He was hyped up, too.
Yeah.
They just set him off that path, man. I don't know.
It's true. Good. Let's go into I think what's going to end up becoming my favorite part of the whole show, and that's the boogie poll. I like the boogie poll.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the boogie poll. 12 teams is like perfect for like power rankings for college football, especially when you're going to go into the playoffs. And boogie poll just rolls off the tongue. It sounds good. It's a great name for it. So, you got any honorable mentions? We're going to do the same thing we did where we go back and forth, but do you have any honorable mentions? Anyone that you think is worthy to be mentioned but not top 12?
NC State's worthy.
Okay.
I don't have them top 12. They're fringe top 12.
Yeah.
They're worthy right now. They are 3-0.
Yeah. I think Oklahoma State's worthy of it, but I don't got them in my top 12. So I got them on honorable mentions. All right.
I don't either. Yeah, I just realized I left them out. I guess they are for me too.
Okay.
I'll put them out, yeah.
All right. You want to start us off with 12, and then I'll give you my 12.
Yeah.
We'll go back. All right.
So my 12 is Arkansas.
Okay.
I think I had them 11 last week. I'm dropping them, being a little generous because that game should not be close.
Yep.
Against Missouri State, but it was a shocker actually because they had a chance to win.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Washington. Big rise on Washington for me here, going from not even like thought of in my top 12 to being number 12. Not only, like, if they would just barely beat Michigan State, I would have probably had them at 18, 19, somewhere in my poll. But you beat them like that. I know it was at home, but you beat them like that. It's a good sign for the Pac-12, too. Good for the Pac-12.
It is.
So, and, I'm a secret Pac-12 fan. I like all those schools out there. So, good for Washington. Put them at 12. Go ahead with your 11.
My 11 is Penn State.
Okay.
Big win over Auburn. Maybe I'm a little higher than I should be on them, but I liked what I saw. They look pretty solid.
Yeah.
So, put them at 11.
Yeah. I agree with you there, but we'll get to Penn State for me here in a minute. I got number 11. I got NC State. The ECU win was week 1. We have now moved on a little bit from there. I'm able to forget it a little bit more as the weeks go on. And they played Texas Tech. Texas Tech's a pretty good team. They beat them by, I think, 2.5 possessions, something like that. So good little win for NC State. They just keep winning. I'll keep moving them up. I didn't really see another team that really deserved to be there. On a neutral ground, I'd take NC State over Oklahoma State today. So that's the way I looked at it. So let's move on. Go with your 10.
My 10 is Washington.
Okay.
I like what I saw.
Yeah, they look good, man.
Just keep the momentum going. Hey, you might get higher. You never know.
Never know. At number 10, I got Penn State, which we just mentioned. I think walking into Auburn is a big deal, and being able to beat them like that, I thought Auburn was going to win that game. So good for Penn State. And again, it's another sign of you blew them out. You didn't keep it close. You blew them out. That's a big thing I like to see out of teams. You blow them out, that means you're taking care of business. So that's what I like to see. So good for Penn State at number 10 there.
Yeah. Speaking of taking care of business, number 9, I have Tennessee. I know they've played only one pretty good team. Pitt's fine. They're on the road, but Akron, they beat them like 60-something to 3.
Yeah.
And that's pretty impressive. I know it's Akron, but like, dang, they're handling business. Real poll had them at 11, so I have them at 9. But hey, big game coming this weekend.
Yep, they got a chance to prove themselves, and I'm going to bounce off what you said. Number 9, I have Tennessee as well. Same reasons, taking care of business, blowing out teams. I mean, you could say, we'll do it's just Akron. Go look at Arkansas.
Yeah,
I haven't named off Arkansas yet for good reason. They're not here for me. Okay, so, but I mean that's why. I mean you can't keep it close to Missouri State, man. And like close, what I mean by is like you can't have one possession games going into the fourth quarter with Missouri State. That's bad. So all these teams are making a blowout against Akron look good. So good for Tennessee. Put them at 9 as well.
Okay, 8. Here's what will be a little different. I have Clemson at 8.
Okay.
I'm not sold on them. I know you're a little lower on them this week too, but not that low, obviously.
Yeah.
Probably. So, LA Tech game. I don't know. Dabo's being weird.
Yeah.
I agree with you. You told me Dabo's being weird. I don't know what his problem is.
No.
He needs to get it going. Put Kate Klubnik in, get him ready, because you better hope he's ready to play for Wake. Because I have a good feeling that that's the time you'll see him for most of the game is Wake. Because if that game goes bad early, he's got to come in.
Yeah, that's a sneaky game going into this weekend, which we'll talk about later in the pick'ems. But my 8 is I have Kentucky. Taking care of business again. They are slow starters. Every time I look at their scores early on, I'm like, what is going on? And I check the final score, and they beat them by like 40. Slow starters, but still taking care of business. And if Tennessee beats Florida, they're probably going to jump them. Just as of right now, Kentucky has to win over Florida. And in the swamp, too, where I favor that as more of a win than at Pitt as of right now. As of right now. That could change. But as of right now, I got Kentucky 8. Go to 7.
Okay. 7, I have Kentucky.
Okay.
They've looked solid. They are slow starters, and Will Levis is a little hit or miss sometimes. I think he little turnover prone right now.
He
I
is.
believe.
Yeah, he
but,
threw
hey,
2
I
picks
think
in that last game.
he's talented, but he'll make some mistakes. But as a team, they look pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, and then at 7, I have Clemson. So I went from I had Clemson at 3 to 7, and it had a lot to do with the teams. If they would like what happened in the first half, and then all the other teams struggled around them, they would have probably stayed 3. But all the other teams looked way impressive against their competition, and Clemson didn't. So we're dropping them. I'm a big Clemson homer, but gotta drop them. So I got them down at 7. You had them at 8, so we're pretty similar there. So let's move on to 6.
6, I have Oklahoma. I agree with you. The win against Nebraska, it's like a potentially a trap game, but they handled it well at Nebraska. So you got to give them some credit. They've looked good this year. Dylan Gabriel has been good. I don't know if he's throwing the ball as well as you'd want, but he can run the ball well. I might be wrong with that because I'm not watching him play enough. Stats balls, I don't know. So Oklahoma's good. Number 6.
All right. At number 6, I have Ohio State.
Wow.
Yeah. If you would have looked at the final score to the Toledo game, you'd been like, wow, they took care of business. No, they did not. The first half, I think they were up by a touchdown going into halftime or something like that. Really bad against Toledo. And then the second half, I value their game very similar to Clemson's, but the difference is Clemson took out their starters in the third quarter. Ohio State left theirs in until they got 77 points. That's the difference. And I don't think Clemson would have scored 77 points, but I'm just saying. That's the difference. I still got Ohio State 6, and that Notre Dame loss, Notre Dame struggled against Cal this past week. Or not their loss, they won, but it was at home, it was very close, and that looks really bad right now. So
they lost to Marshall, too. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the Notre Dame game with it being close looks really bad in Ohio State right now. And I think all the teams above them right now that I have just have looked more impressive. So let's go to 6.
We are at 5 now. 5.
Yes, we are at 5.
Are we at 5 now?
Yes, we are at 5.
Okay. 5, I have USC. I've been riding their train this whole time. We'll get to that later on the best bets or whatever, betting locks. But I like USC right now. Defense, I think there's some depth issues there because late in the games, they'll start giving up some points, especially to Stanford. Like, they try to make a little comeback in that game. Made it a little closer than you think, but the offense is, unstoppable right now.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams looks great. Jordan Addison's at least a top 3 wide receiver in the whole country. He's great. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you that USC definitely has some depth issues, but a lot of that has to do with those are the original players that were there. That are the backups, and a lot of them are transfers. So I also have USC at 5. I agree with you. They've looked great. Took care of business in a trap game. I hold big value. You go in and blow out a trap game. If I go into the week thinking, better look out for that one, and then you take care of them, you blow them out, that's gonna alert me, and that's what they did. Fresno State is tough against all Pac-12 teams. Historically, they have been, and they walked in there and just took care of business. So I tip my cap to USC. That's a very impressive win. Got them at 5.
Yeah. Okay. 4. I have Ohio State.
Okay.
Do I really? I don't know. I feel like I should be more harsh on them because you're harsh on them too. They have made some weird errors this year. Like the Toledo game shouldn't be that close at half. They're not taking care of business in a way they should be. The Notre Dame thing, you could chalk it up to being week 1 stuff, but Notre Dame's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Real bad.
Real bad. So I'm kind of holding on to a little bit of hope with Ohio State being at number 4. But yeah, I'll leave them there for now. We'll see this next coming week what they do.
All right, at number 4, I have Alabama. They will slowly keep moving up the more that the better Texas looks. I think I had Alabama 5. Texas looked good this past weekend. They had a close game at Texas. Alabama moves up. So Alabama at 4.
Yeah. My 3 is Alabama. I moved them down 1. I think. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I moved them down 1. Man, took care of business, but I don't know. I just don't see the star power this year with the normal Alabama teams. But hey, they're still good. Still Alabama. Yeah,
still Alabama. At number 3, I have Oklahoma. Higher on Oklahoma than a lot of people, but I think they looked awesome, man. From start time to end time, they looked awesome. Brent Venables got that thing rolling, and Oklahoma hasn't looked like they took a step down from offense, but their defense has stepped up big time. That's dangerous, man. You want to win national championships? Go look at every national championship team. They're all complete on offense and defense. They're complete. That's why Oklahoma's never been able to win a playoff game. They run to a complete team. They're complete. So they're dangerous. All right, going into 2.
Okay. Number 2, I have Michigan. I am very high on Michigan right now. I think the whole country should be. Yes. They look great. I don't know if they played anybody good at all, but they are killing everybody they're playing. They're shutting out some teams. and not scoring 8 points against them. That's good.
Yeah.
Against anybody.
Yep.
And their offense looks great. JJ McCarthy's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's him.
That's my boy.
There you go.
That's my boy.
I like him too.
Yeah. All right, number 2, I got also Michigan. No, they have not played nobody. But like you said, they have blown out everyone. Took care of business, which teams like Arkansas make other teams look great. Like, right now, Arkansas this past week would have loved the blowout. Who did they play? Was it Hawaii? Michigan played? No. Who did they play this past weekend?
Michigan?
Yeah. It was some nobody team. Regardless, Arkansas would love to blow out a team like that this past week. So,
yeah.
And JJ McCarthy's my guy, so I got him at 2.
Okay, 1. The gap is closing, but it's still a gap. It's Georgia.
100%.
They've been the most impressive.
Yeah, I agree. We don't got to waste much time on this. I also have Georgia. So, all right, let's move on to our pick'ems for this coming up week. We do ranked games. We lost both of ours last week. We both picked the same team, so we lost both of them. So I'm 2-2. You're 2-2. College football is supposed to be too predictable for us to be 500 right now. We got to pick it up. We got to pick it up. So let's move on. First ranked game this weekend is number 5 Clemson at number 21 Wake Forest. Who do you got, Jake?
I have to take Clemson, but
close.
It's going to be a scare for you Clemson fans, I think.
Yep,
a little bit of a scare.
I think so.
A rude awakening for Dabo Swinney as well.
Mm-hmm.
Wake is not a complete team, I don't think, but they're good enough to be at home and give Clemson a scare, to make Dabo put in the proper players at certain positions.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm going to take Clemson.
Yep.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's a scary one for them.
Yeah. Let me write down your J right here next to Clemson. Hold on. That way I know it and I don't have to ask you later. Okay. I also have Clemson, but I think this will be the game or maybe even the loss that Clemson needs to get their stuff together and wake them up. Like a slap in the face. I think this is going to be a slap in the face for Dabo and all of them. And they'll either escape with a very close win or they could be escaping with a loss. And a slap in the face, and maybe they'll fix everything up and probably be looking at a new starting quarterback by the end. I've been saying for the past 2 weeks that the first half against Wake Forest will DJ's last chance to start. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I don't know. Traditionally, though, I will say this, the last couple years, every time Wake Forest is ranked and they've came into Clemson or Clemson's went to their place or they've played, and this has happened more than you think. Wake Forest, people forget, they're typically ranked almost every year. There's a 20s type team. And Clemson has blew them out every single time they've played them, traditionally owned them. So that's why I feel a little bit more confident in taking Clemson here. But definitely, like you said, this could be the slap in the face, and I agree with you. So let's move on. Number 20, Florida, at number 11, Tennessee. Your boys, game day. Who you got, Jake?
Okay, I'm taking Tennessee, but I told you this. Whatever the spread is, Florida will cover.
Yep.
They're not going to be favored. I think this game is like doomed to be too close for Tennessee because personally, watch them play. I'm more impressed with Tennessee. I know Florida beat Utah. That's great and all, but then you can't almost lose to South Florida.
Yeah.
And then you can't really look great against Kentucky either.
Yeah.
You know, it just kind of evens it out a little bit. I'm not very high on them, but it's going to be close. It's a rivalry game. That's how it is in college football.
Yep.
But I'll take Tennessee.
I also have the Vols. I also have Tennessee. I've been high on them all year. However, how about this, Jake? You wake up Sunday morning, right? You're ready for NFL weekend kickoff, Cowboys, you know, you're ready for NFL, and you wake up and everything's just a little bit brighter because you guys blowed out Florida.
I'd be shocked.
Blown them out. Blown them out. That coffee, you Tennessee fans, that coffee would taste a little bit better if y'all beat them by like 30 instead of like 7. Just throwing it out there. There's a chance. But I'm also going Tennessee here. For the same reasons you said. Number 10, Arkansas at number 23, Texas A&M. Real quick before you get into a lot better week of college football we got coming up on paper. Thank goodness, because last week was boring. And even the games that were supposed to be good were boring. So hopefully these will pick it back up. But go ahead, your pick.
This is the battle of the frauds. We'll see who's really a fraud. Because I know A&M's a fraud, kind of, but I'm not sure on Arkansas yet. I think they're just kind of going through the motions. So if Arkansas needs to win this game, I really don't know who I'm going to pick. I'm kind of winging it because this is hard. This is a hard one. I'm going to go Arkansas based on their offense actually works.
Yep.
But it would not shock me if I'm wrong. This is one that we'll see. Because A&M, they're a well-rounded team outside of the quarterback position, kind of.
Yeah, they are.
Their defense is all right.
They're missing quarterback. Yeah.
I just think Arkansas is going to be kind of disappointed in themselves for that close game against Missouri State, and they'll come out looking to prove a point.
Yeah.
This game.
Okay. You're going Arkansas. This is going to be the first one we picked different on all year. I'm going Texas A&M because they taught me a lesson last week, all right? They taught it to me. You don't take the better team when you go into Texas A&M. Learned it. You don't take Texas A&M at Texas A&M. They were better than App State on paper. Lost to them. Okay? At Texas A&M again, Miami's better than them. Miami lost. Arkansas is better than Texas A&M at Texas A&M. Not taking Arkansas. I'm taking Texas A&M. So we're different our first one. At least one of us will be over 500. You would hope. Or no, we'll be tied again if we lost the first two. Regardless. Let's move on.
Yeah.
All right, college football, betting lots. Man, we are already at 36 minutes, and we haven't even touched on NFL yet. So we're going to have to get it rolling. We got a football game at 7:15 or 7:20 or something like that. We got to get it rolling. 7:30. Okay. So we don't got to get too rolling, but we got to get rolling a little bit here. All right. Let's do our college football betting lots. I'm 1-0, you're 1-0, so who would have known Boogie Sports would turn to a gambling show? But here we are. Go ahead, Jake. Hit me with your betting lock. You're rolling with USC?
I'm rolling with USC again. This one is another trap game, I think. This is another test for them. I think they're good. We both think they're good.
Yeah.
They can go to Oregon State, who's been pretty good this year.
Yep.
Beat them -6.5. It's a good win. It's a really very solid win.
Very solid win.
I think they'll do it.
I agree. I'm going with another team out left field. Last time I went with Washington State. I'm taking another team out there in left field, and I don't even know what it stands for. UNLV. That is who I am taking. I'm taking UNLV. That's I didn't even know that. There you go. Then what's the N? Does it university? Does U and N go together?
Keep talking. I probably just sounded really dumb. Keep talking about your pick.
Okay. Go ahead and look that up. We'll learn who UNLV is, all you UNLV fans out there, because I know there's a whole bunch of y'all. I'm taking number 3. They're favored by 3 points. I'm taking -3 over Utah State. Utah State's looked absolutely terrible, and ULV has looked UNLV-ish, so I'll take UNLV.
Yeah, it's University of Nevada, Las Vegas. So.
Okay, all right. So that explains the end. Okay. All right, let's move on. We're going into NFL now. Let's do our stock up and stock down teams for the NFL. I'll start with stock up because my team's on there, so I want to start with them.
Yeah.
Jaguars, baby. Look at you go, man. I tell you, every time we get a win, it feels like Christmas. I love the Jags. I tell you, that made me so happy that day. I was smiling the entire game. The entire game. We got the pickaxes out, baby. 3 picks. We were mining them picks. I loved it. Every single inch of it. The Colts can't touch us, and the South is ours to win. The South is ours to win, and it'll be proven later tonight when the Bills smoke the Titans, and the Jags will be on top. Flag on top. Oh, and another team I had were the Lions. There you go. Go ahead. I'll let you take over the rest.
Lions.
Yeah, Lions.
Well, speaking of the Jaguars, I had a $3 4-game parlay. Started out with the Jags.
There you go, baby.
I got it right.
There you go.
Win. That was the easiest bet of the week.
Yep.
It was so obvious. The Colts cannot play in Jacksonville.
No, they can't.
It's obvious. So if the Titans or if the Bills win tonight, I win $13.
Okay.
Anyways, stock ups. Stock up. Dolphins. Has to be the Dolphins beating the Ravens at the Ravens. I know they were down, but I mean, dang, Tua played well. People I've seen on Colin Cowherd on Fox Sports or whatever, not giving him credit at all.
Yeah.
You hit wide open wide receivers all day. I mean, dude, that's the part of the NFL.
Yeah.
He hit throws. People hate on Tua for there's warranted criticism, his arm strength, whatever. But he played well. He was down, and then he got back and won the game. Clutch. One more stock up. Cardinals, I guess, slightly. They beat the Raiders at Raiders.
It felt like a must-win for them, for both teams.
Yeah.
And
well,
Cardinals
there's a stat in the NFL. If you go 0-2, you have a 9% chance to make the playoffs.
Okay.
It's if you're 0-1, you need to win. They needed to win. They got it.
Yeah.
I'll give them a stock up.
Okay. Another team I had also on the stock up was the 49ers. They're starting quarterbacks in now, so that's good for them.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
He's back.
Jimmy G. That's my JJ McCarthy of the NFL. I love Jimmy G. So good for him. All right. Stock down teams, Jake. Who you got?
Stock down. Broncos.
Yeah.
Dude.
Big time.
Fantasy team can't handle the quarterback play.
It's bad.
Russell Wilson to step up. I'm telling you right now, Nathaniel Hackett is the worst head coach in the NFL, and it might not be that close. He's terrible, and I expect him to be fired very soon if things do not change. For my sake, too. I need him gone. Someone figure out that offense. Another stock down, big one's the Colts.
Yeah.
It's okay to lose in Jacksonville. That's normal. You can't get shut out in
No.
Jacksonville.
That game was worse than what it was last year.
Yeah, you got to be able to score, dude.
Yeah.
And they didn't score 1 point.
3 interceptions.
Yeah,
that's
Matt
bad.
Ryan played awful. Jonathan Taylor was kept in check.
He played really bad. Yeah. He played really bad. He got like I think he I don't know if he got 50 yards rushing. It was really bad.
And then one more. They're coming off a win. They've actually are 2-0, but my stock downs are the Bucks.
Okay.
I watched them play. They played Dallas, so obviously I watched that game, and they were the best game on at 1 o'clock, so I watched them play the Saints. I know the Saints give them trouble. This is the first time they've beat them in the regular season since Tom Brady's shown up. But I'm telling you, the rate we're going, the defense of the Bucks is going to be very great this year. Probably the best defense, but they're going to have to carry that offense.
Yeah.
They look bad. They look really bad. Tom Brady doesn't look great. He made one big throw the whole game. Mike Evans is fine as usual. Chris Godwin can't stay healthy. No offensive line for Leonard Fournette to run behind because he needs to get off.
Julio Jones was out too.
Who?
Julio Jones was out too. He can't stay healthy either.
Yeah. The offense doesn't look great. Tom Brady doesn't look great. I know everyone says it's Tom Brady. He's always does good, but no.
Yeah.
You know I don't like Tom Brady, but dang.
Yeah.
He just don't like me. Right.
No, I agree.
So technically it's stock down. I know they're still a good team because the defense is going to be all-time great possibly this year. But yeah, I don't know. Not a very complete team right now.
Yeah. I'm going to add another team to that stock down that I have listed here that we have not named, and that's the Bengals. Bengals got to get that. Yeah, they got to get together. That offense is bad. I think that's another coaching situation. Their coach is bad too. And, I mean, what are you supposed to do when you're going against the best corner at the same time? Trayvon Diggs is a GOAT.
Yeah.
Listen, Jake won't say it because he's a Cowboys fan. I'll say it. Trayvon Diggs is a GOAT. You got to stop hating on the man. All right, he's made improvements. He shut down Jamar Chase. You know who couldn't shut down Jamar Chase? Jalen Ramsey couldn't shut down Jamar Chase. Guess who did? Trayvon Diggs.
To be fair, Trayvon Diggs was on T. Higgins most of the game, but when he was on Jamar Chase, he held him in check. He held T. Higgins in check too. But yeah, I forgot the Bengals. That's the biggest stock down. I didn't even mention them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are major frauds.
Major.
They still have a chance. They're still like on paper a good team though. But the AFC is so like stacked, you can't take time off to get in and catch back up. No, I think they're done. I don't see it this year. I mean, going into Dallas is not easy, I don't guess, but against a Dallas offense that does the bare minimum and you still lose.
Yep.
Not good. Not good.
Doesn't look good. All right, let's move on to a headline here. Mike Evans practically punched a guy in the helmet. I guess that's what happened, right? Hit him? Yeah, so
he shoved him down. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's suspended for 1 game. So I have a question for you because I cannot look at it right now. So I'm going to put you on phone duty real fast. I need you to go look this up. You might know it off the top of your head. Who's the Bucs play this coming up week?
I think they play the Packers.
Okay. Well, that's a problem. Because Chris Godwin's probably not going to be back, I would assume. Mike Evans is suspended for a game. And Julio Jones, is he even going to play? Who knows? That's a big deal. So now, all of a sudden, you're looking at Tom Brady versus Aaron, no weapons Aaron Rodgers by himself, versus now a Tom Brady who should have weapons, but now has no weapons because they're all gone. So, ain't looking good. Very dumb by Mike Evans. My question originally was, I kind of went off on a little tangent there, because that's bad, especially if they play the Packers. But my other question was, you think it's a fair suspension, 1 game?
See, yeah, because he did this like a year or 2 ago and got in a lot of trouble and did some big fight. And it's okay to be showing each other around, but like we went after him. It was over Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I know it's your quarterback, but it's like
that's kind of like
screaming at y'all all game. Like Tom Brady was screaming at those guys the whole game because he needs them to get wide open to hit him. I guess I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, it is your quarterback, but you can't do that. And Tom Brady started it. That's the worst part. Regardless of the rest of it, Tom Brady started the whole argument. Yeah. And then he won't back himself up. He makes Mike Evans do it. But yeah, he should have been at the end. I'd like to see your O-line step up for you a little bit more instead of your wide receivers. So so let's move on. We got our power rankings, our top 5. I got a new team on there. Mine's very similar, but I got a new team though. Are you ready for yours? Let me get to my app. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. We'll start off. You want to start off with 5 or 1? We'll go back and forth and do the boogie poll.
Let's do 5.
Okay. You want to start?
Yeah, I got the Dolphins.
I got Dolphins too. That was gonna be my new team. Okay, cool. I'm
Their
impressed.
defense is not great. Yeah, but it's like the Ravens. The Ravens are good. At Ravens too.
Yeah.
I'll put Dolphins in there. Yeah.
Yeah. I got Dolphins in there too. Okay, who you got 4?
We have the Vikings.
I got the Vikings
potentially
too.
look dumb if they lose to the Eagles tonight. Because here's the thing, dude. It's primetime game. Kirk Cousins got beat by Cooper Rush last year at home in a primetime game. A worse team, too. Dallas with Cooper Rush is worse than the Eagles with Jalen Hurts, I guess, probably.
They are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, sure. But Kirk needs to show up on primetime tonight. I need to see it because I know Kirk's good quarterback, but he doesn't show up for the big moments enough.
He's a loser.
I like Dak a little bit, but Dak can win some primetime games.
Yeah.
Okay. We need Kirk to show up tonight. Oh, okay. Well, we need Kirk to show up. He's got Justin Jefferson. The Lions put up like almost 30 points against them. And come on. They should shred through this Eagles defense if that's the case. But we'll see. Good game tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. I also got the Vikings. Same reasons you said. So let's go into 3. We'll see if we just match everyone's list. Go into 3s.
3, I have the Chargers still.
Okay.
I think they look fine. I'm fine. I'm not panicking with the Chargers. It's at Chiefs. You're supposed to lose the game with the Chiefs. It's fine. Herbert threw a pretty bad pick 6, but he has that dog in him. Broke his cartilage in his ribs. Still throwing the ball downfield. Almost made it a good game again.
Yeah.
Close game, like threatening game. So, yeah. I like the Chargers.
Okay, I have the Bucks at 3. I think regardless, the offensive obvious issues, I still think the defense makes you a top 5 team. So I got them at 3, and I also 3 is a little optimistic, assuming they get the offense figured out. So let's go into So let's go into 2.
2, I have the Chiefs. They're still good.
I got Chiefs.
They can't help but be good. Yeah,
nope.
They're just good.
They are very, very good. I also have the Chiefs for the same reason. Patrick Mahomes does not need Tyreek Hill. But I want to bring up something real fast. A little credit to my boy Tyreek Hill. Dude, he also does not need Patrick Mahomes. That man is good. That man needs to be in a lot more conversations for top wide receivers.
Yeah. The thing about him is, like, well-rounded receiver-wise, there's like a few guys that are better, but no one could break a game open like Tyreek Hill can do.
No.
He's so much faster than everybody else. He breaks the game wide open.
It's crazy.
So he's great.
All right, so let's move on. And I'm assuming we both got the Bills at 1. Yeah.
With a gap.
The
Bills are just – they need to win tonight, take care of business with the Titans because they got beat the Giants.
Yeah.
So they should handle it. But to be fair, though, they went to at Titans last year and lost, I believe.
Yeah.
So they need to take care of business. I need the Bills to win.
Yeah. I think it's at Bills this year, though.
Should be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about it.
I think it's at Bills. We'll see. We'll see right here in about 20 minutes. So, let's move on. So Mike Tomlin, the GOAT coach, came out and said he exercises his patience with the offense. What he's practically saying is he's keeping Mitchell Trubisky. I guess that's who it is, right? It is Trubisky. I'm not.
It's Trubisky.
Okay,
yeah.
I was making sure I didn't mess up his name. So at quarterback there, is it time to make a move, Jake? To Kenny Pickett?
It's time. I watched that game. I'd flip it back and forth yesterday.
It's time.
He's holding that offense back.
It's time.
It's time. Kenny Pickett looked even better in preseason, I think.
Yeah.
I know he probably played against really worse competition, but you need to give your first-round pick a try because Trubisky's not going to do it for you.
First-round pick, man, he has to be starting. It's not
he needs to be starting next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
You don't have. Go ahead.
The fans are chanting Kenny Pickett's name.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yes. You don't have a Jimmy G out there. It'd be different if it was Jimmy G and Trey Lance. It's not.
Yeah.
It is Mitchell Trubisky and Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Time to make the move. Let's go. Kenny Pickett. It's time to move him in. All right, let's go into our pick'ems. I am 2-1. You are also 2-1 in our primetime NFL pick'ems. We got 2 that are about to come up here in a minute, and then we'll go into our Sunday night and our Thursday night. Or our Thursday night, then Sunday night. Said that backwards. Tennessee is at the Bills. It is at the Bills. I have it written on my paper. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I should just look at my paper. Okay. Tennessee at Buffalo. Who you got, Jake?
I got Buffalo confidently because they're the last leg of my parlay.
Yep.
So I need them to win. Titans look bad. Stop Derrick Henry.
Yep.
For your sake, too, actually.
Yes. I also have Bills. I got 2 sakes here, okay? 1, I got to have Derrick Henry do bad for my fantasy league. But 2, Titans lose this game. Jags are officially won. Yes, sir. Vikings at Eagles. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Okay.
I would not be shocked if they lose. I need Kirk to show up tonight.
Yep.
It's a big game for Kirk Cousins. He needs to win this game.
Yep. We're different in this one. I'm going Eagles. I'm going Eagles. Even though the Eagles' defense did look bad week 1, their offense did look really well. So maybe if they can figure out the defense, I like it. It's at Eagles too, so I think that favors them a little bit. I think if it was at Vikings, I'd probably take Minnesota, but I'll lean Eagles. I think these teams are very close and very similar, where home field advantage will be the difference here in this one. So let's move on to Steelers at Cleveland. Toughen. That's like the
Trubisky, dude.
It's like the battle of the clowns.
It is, yeah, a little bit. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Okay.
These interdivisional games in this division are always kind of competitive, no matter how bad or good the teams are.
Yeah.
I'd say Browns close game. The Steelers with Trubisky just ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah.
So
I'm taking I'm not taking Steelers. I'm taking Browns. But unless Kenny Pickett's the starter, whatever the under is in this game isn't low enough. Take the under even more. It's gonna be like an old school football game. I can see it being like 10-7, 13-7, something really like a weird score. Maybe even maybe like a safety, like something weird was gonna happen in this game. This is gonna be like something dumb. It's gonna be decided by like punts or like fumble. The only way to make this game more retro styles if it's like raining or something when it happens. That would be really funny. That'd fit this game. All right, so let's go 49ers at Denver. It's a great game, Sunday Night Football.
49ers might kill them.
Okay.
Unless Broncos make a big change. They got Jimmy G back. He's a dang winner.
He's a winner.
They look good.
Jimmy G looked good.
Trey Lance got hurt. He came in and ran that offense.
Yep.
So the players like Jimmy G.
Yes.
They like that guy. So I have to go 49ers.
All right. I am also going 49ers. I think Denver figures it. Dude. 1-2 start by Denver. Oh, I almost want to pick Denver because I can't imagine it with how much hype they had. Yeah. But I'm going 49ers based off what I've seen. Yeah, I go 49ers, man. Got to. All right, I'm going 49ers. I'm locked in. I thought about it there for a second. Just because you went 49ers, like maybe I can get one on Jake. But I can't do it, man. I got to go 49ers. I got to go with you. All right, so let's go into our betting locks. I'm 1-0. You're about to decide if you're 1-0 right here in a few if the Vikings win. Sure. So let's go into these next week. I'll start us off. I am going with the Chiefs on the road at Colts. Chiefs are favored by 6.5. I'm going to take them to cover. I will take them against the Colts. 2 weeks in a row I'm going against the Colts until they prove me otherwise. So I'm going 6.5 Chiefs.
Okay, mine, I have Ravens -3 at Patriots.
Okay.
The spread is generous to the Patriots because the Ravens are legit offense. The Patriots look terrible right now. I know they beat the Steelers, but dang, it's the Steelers.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then Dolphins kind of embarrassed them week 1 a little bit. So I'm going to have to go Ravens. I'm confident.
Okay. All right. So let's talk a little UFC. We didn't talk any last week. We're going to go out of football. That's our football stuff for today. So UFC, Corey Sandhagen picked up a pretty good win. He was pretty dominant for the most part. Not really dominant, I wouldn't say, but cut him up bad. Corey Sandhagen looked good as usual. He looked fine. He looked like normal Corey Sandhagen. We didn't see age or anything like that start to play an effect. And I think that was really the only way Yadong was going to get a win here was if the age was too much and it was starting to – Corey Sandhagen was just starting to catch up. He is starting to get a little older for bantamweight. You know, bantamweight typically you need to be a younger guy. But fine win by Corey Sandhagen. He wins. I think his call-out was somewhere related to the belt. I don't know how that's going to work considering the two people who are fighting for the belt this coming up October are the two people he's lost to. So I don't know how that's going to work out for him, but good win by Sandhagen. What were your thoughts about this fight?
Yeah. He looked good. I haven't watched a lot of it. I just seen the highlights. Yeah, he looked good. It's normal Sandhagen.
Yeah, normal Sandhagen. And Yadong still has a bright future. He's super young. He's like 23 or 24, so he's fine.
Yeah. I think this was a bit of a layup for Sandhagen to say, hey, get back in the win column. Yeah. You should probably beat Sung Yadong. So
yeah.
Good for him, though.
Good win. It was a good fight, too. Very brutal. Very brutal. So let's go in. Jose Aldo, the GOAT, is retired. You hate to see a champ go like that, but he's gone. And I'll let you start off because you like Jose Aldo a lot. So just give your thoughts and give him a good farewell.
It was time. Looking how he did against Marab, you could tell.
No urgency.
Like, I'm done. Yeah, and he was defending the takedowns and everything. He was like, I'm just done.
Yeah.
It's time to retire. But, it's good for him. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. He's the GOAT of his division by far.
Yep.
Volk's got to do a little more to catch up.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a great fighter, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think the fact that he showed no urgency whenever he defended the takedowns is proof that he is ready to go. And I would like to see him gotten a win. I wish he would have maybe stayed around for like maybe against some bum and get a win and be able to
Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, and then like I don't want to call Dominic Cruz a bum, but just some win.
Well,
yeah, I want him to fight someone down in the rankings that he would beat, and then like he leaves his gloves in the octagon and have a moment. But I don't want him to retire with social media. But that's what happened. It's okay. Good retirement. I hate to see Aldo go like that, but praise to the champ, man. Good for him. All of you guys watching right now, if you guys have any questions for us or anything, ask them now because we got one more segment left, and then we'll answer some fan questions. If you guys have any sports related, you two, you know the two I'm talking about. You two, sports related. Jake, you got anything else you want to add? Jake question time. Jake Q&A. Got his. What's Jake's question of the week? We're gonna have to start calling it that. Force you a question upon yourself.
No, I don't know if I have a question. Okay, since we don't really talk much UFC right now, how are you feeling about Oliveira and Islam? It's getting closer, dude. It's hard. I'm pretty confident in Oliveira. I'm gonna take him because I don't like Islam either, so I'm a little biased. But
what a dirty
question. I'm gonna have to go. It's a dirty question because it changes. It changes all the time with you, especially because you're more split than I am. I'm pretty confident in Oliveira.
Dirty question.
So right now, say it's about to come on the TV.
It's about to come on the TV. I'm taking Islam because he's the favorite. I'm not gonna overthink it. If it's coming on the TV, I'm taking Islam because he has minus numbers next to his name.
You gotta think.
I know, Jake.
When he's an underdog.
I know.
He's better when he's an underdog.
I know he is, Jake. I know he is.
He's the king of being the underdog. He is the underdog.
He wouldn't want no other way. I know, man.
Yeah. Good, he's underdog.
Dog. It's like, oh man, it's like I can see. I want Oliveira to win so bad. I want him to win so bad, dude. I don't want Islam to win. But my brain cannot fathom Islam losing for some reason. I can't see it. But everything like to jiu-jitsu, all that. What scares me, and I'll give you the reason why I'm 50-50 on it. And I've still not made a final. I just said Islam just because he's the favorite right now. But while I'm 50-50 right now, and I will probably not have a fighter confidently picked until a couple days or the day of the fights. But if you go look, and then this is when Oliveira first started his big win streak, whenever he changed camps and all this, he fought Kevin Lee. And what he did, and it was very scary to me, is he was very acceptance of the takedown. He was okay with it. He laid on his back and threw up submissions. And he submitted Kevin Lee. That's how he died. He got beat for 2 rounds and then submitted him. Or he got beat for a round and submitted him. He lost every minute and then submitted. And I'm scared that he's going to think that's okay to do with Islam. He even told Islam it's okay to start on the mat or something like that, something related that they can do that. And it scares me because I don't want him to fall in this sense of category of it's okay to be on my back because I'm good at jiu-jitsu. I don't want him to do that. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you can throw up triangles all you want, but I would be very shocked if Islam was to get submitted by Oliveira. That would shock me. Unless if it's like in a transition or if Oliveira's on top, I could see that. From the bottom, I think Islam's too advanced. So I'm scared.
Too much pressure.
Yeah, I'm scared Oliveira is going to fall in the sense of, it's okay, I know jiu-jitsu, I'm going to lay on my back. I hope that doesn't happen, and that's what I'm scared of. But same time, something thinks to me that his coaches are smart enough to obviously not realize that, and he will try to keep the fight standing the best he can and use his jiu-jitsu to get up. That's how you're supposed to do it. Threatens with chokes and stuff, so he has to defend and then get up. But, yeah, man.
Yeah, I will say one thing. It's kind of out of left field, but, if, say, Islam gets him down, you better hope it's not where Khabib's sitting. Because there's clips of Khabib just telling him what to do, and he just submits somebody because Khabib tells him to.
Yeah.
It's like, don't get near Khabib. Don't let Khabib tell him what to do, because that's bad.
Yeah, that's
I would
bad.
also be kind of shocked if Islam submitted Oliveira a little bit.
I'd be shocked.
Yeah, I don't know. I see if Oliveira can keep it standing and get in the clinch like he did with Poirier and throw them knees, dude. Yep. I think Islam will go down. I don't think he has the durability of Khabib like some people think he does. I just don't see it.
Something else that, even Bobby Green did and a couple other opponents against Islam, that they fall into and even you've seen people do this when Khabib was fighting, was they fall into a sense of, I got to defend takedowns, takedowns, and then boom, you're hit. And Oliveira has a sus chin, dude. Do not, please, dude. I don't know if I can handle Dad. If Islam catches Oliveira just right and knocks him out, I don't know if I can handle Dad. I don't know if I can do it. And Islam has significant better striking than Khabib did. So it's just... Yeah, so it just... I just don't... Just realize there's still a threat there that he can still hit you. He's knocked out people. Okay, he can still hit you. He has decently good striking. Just, like, you're a lot better striker, but just don't be a dummy about it. That's what I'm saying, Oliveira.
Yeah, and one more little point before we wrap it up. It's like... Oliveira, his past big wins have been against strikers that if they knock him down, how hurt is he really? You don't really know, but they're scared to come down. Islam will not be scared to jump on him.
Nope.
If he goes down, he'll just jump right on him in the fight. So Oliveira's have to adjust.
Yeah.
Have to adjust.
Something that does, but make me because we've kind of talked about like the advantages Islam has. Something that does make me confident is the jiu-jitsu of Oliveira. I think that'll make Islam maybe a little bit more hesitant. Because you can go see in the Thiago Moises fight with Islam. Islam was very hesitant to go into some of those situations because of the jiu-jitsu threat of Moises. And Oliveira definitely has a better submission game than Moises does. So maybe he'll be hesitant, advantage Oliveira. Second thing, obviously, he needs to make this a dogfight. Bloody. Yeah. You need to make Islam bleed, man. Gotta make Islam bleed. No one ever made Khabib bleed. And even though Islam's been knocked out, KO'd cold, no one's made Islam bleed. Make him bleed. Gotta cut him up. Throw elbows, knees, like you said, the clinch work. Please, I would love a knee to rattle his brain. That would make me happy. And the other thing, note for Islam or Oliveira, don't leave it up to the judges. Do not do it.
Abu Dhabi especially.
No, I can see the robbery from a mile away, dude. Don't do it.
Me too. Yeah.
And please show up, because I don't want to see Twitter if you miss weight or something.
It'd be bad.
I don't know if I can handle it.
Yeah.
Even though I would like to see Volk step up, but I'd rather see Oliveira and Islam right now. Volk will have his time.
Yeah.
All right. None of them have questions. Emma did say, I can't think of anything funny that's sports related, and then she sent the dabbing emoji. So.
LBYU. BYU-L. They lost to Oregon. Utah is down in the mud right now.
It's funny. Brown Young, baby.
Brigham Young. Taking a big L to Oregon.
We appreciate you guys. Next BoogiePod is going to be Monday again. Sometime throughout the day. We change the times every time. Just be subbed and have the little bell click. You don't got to worry about the time. But it will be on Monday. Definitely past like 1 or 2. So somewhere around there. And